Welcome in, everyone. You are on Corn This Way. A lovely Wednesday in Nebraska. Hope you all doing well out there. We're halfway home, right? The transition day of the week, plunging us towards the weekend. Hopefully you got some shenanigans planned, some cool things to do. Okay, what are we going to do today? Well, I'm going to go right into a little segment I'm going to call Dysfunction Junction. My inspiration for this? Well, yesterday I was producing the old Pick 6 podcast, which you need to give a listen to. Got it linked down below. Yesterday, of course, it featured Sam McEwen and Jimmy Watkins. And one of the segments I really took a listening to was they ranked Nebraska's schedule this year, football schedule, I'm talking of course, from easiest to hardest games. It's some fascinating stuff. And I can also tell you, because I have insider info, there's an article coming out later today. We'll link that below for you as well. Take a look at Sam's direct opinion. You can hear what Sam and Jimmy say on that. Now, I don't want to coattail off their stuff, so I want to do my own thing. And you know me, a little anarchy, right? Let's get some upheaval up in here. So I want to look at the potential disasters on Nebraska's schedule, right? We're getting emo in here. It's macabre, okay? But seriously, these are three things that I've identified on the schedule that for me really are the biggest disasters or potential rewards coming off Nebraska's schedule. All right, let's get her started. Number one. Yeah, real obvious there, eh? Northwestern. Meouch. Hope no one's having to say that on a Sunday morning in Dublin here in a few weeks. Okay, we can't understate it, right? It's a huge game. It's a team they boat raced last year. It's a team that they don't know a lot about coming in. They're picked bottom of the division. You got to win that game, right? It's like last year, going into that Illinois game, everyone kind of like, okay, Huskers going to turn the corner this year. People feeling good. We had people predicting them to win by 3 touchdowns on shows in here. Ugh. Didn't feel good, did it? We don't need a repeat of that this season. For Nebraska to be successful, they have to win game 1. You lose there, oh boy. There is not enough pints of Guinness to make anyone feel better about that loss. I can promise you. Okay, second one. Yeah, I'm going to do it. There it is. Oh, God. North Dakota. That's right. FC mess. Now, before you go, hey, jackass, are you trying to be that person to pick that upset? No, not picking that upset. But I'm telling you, every year, an FCS team is going to get a big boy team, right? We see it every time. Nebraska cannot be that team. And I know it's not North Dakota State. I'm not dumb, but it happens. And the catalyst for that, back to point number 1 there, the Northwestern game. If Nebraska loses that Northwestern game, comes back home, North Dakota, yeah, I'd say anything's on the table. That hangover could be severe. But a win over the Wildcats in Ireland, you come back to the Corn Palace, no way. That upset ain't happening. Nebraska rolls through that game. But you can see the anarchy I'm spinning there. An 0-2 start, ugh, no one needs that. But it's there. That's why the importance of getting off to a good start is so huge for Nebraska and Scott Frost this year. Okay, number 3, and this one's going to be spicy. I like this one. I call it the buffet. Look at that stretch of games right there. Indiana, Rutgers, Purdue, Illinois. You know the tale that I'm telling here, right? You can see what I'm spinning. That looks mighty tasty, doesn't it? Let's be honest. If this football team has progressed, like on paper some of us think they have, and you get off to a decent start in those first few games, look at this stretch right here. There it is, my friends. There's your bowl game. And if your definition of success for Nebraska this year is a bowl game, and I think for most people we'd be playing slap ass if they made it to a bowl, right? Be a moment of celebration. There it is. Right there. Those 4 games. That's a streak. That's a potential streak, right? You go 4-0 there. You go 3-1 there. Bowl game, my friends. Because the schedule, business is fixing to pick up after that. You can look at that yourself. You know that. You win. You come out of that stretch doing really well. Yeah, I think most people are going to feel pretty good about the Husker season. Now, I hate to mention it, but I'm going to. You go 2-2 there. You go 1-3 there. You go goose there. Ofer. Oh, well, simply put, good night, moon. End of story for that football team. Simple as that. right? But the rewards and the riches, man, that looks good there. Purdue, tough game. You know that. We're not dumb. Jeff Brom can coach. But man, I hate to put that jinx on it, but doesn't it reek of win streak? It looks like a win streak there, right? That's either anarchy or a trip to the promised land as far as I'm concerned with Nebraska's schedule. Okay, give that Pick Six podcast a listen. You can listen to people who are much more eloquent than me explain the ranking of the games on Nebraska's schedule. Okay, things you should read today. First up, we alluded to this yesterday if you watched the show, special teams, right? Apparently business has picked up on the special teams practice part of Nebraska fall camp. They're getting after it. Here's Jimmy's headline. Dudes are getting pancaked. Nebraska special teams practicing with renewed vigor this fall. As I said yesterday, thanks Satan. God knows they need that. But you like that intensity. You like that competition. Jimmy's got a really nice detailed story going through how some of the players are describing those workouts. Give that a read. Also, our camp countdown. Haven't mentioned it on that show. About got, taken to the principal's office yesterday for forgetting to mention camp countdown. That's where our fine team of writers ranks the 50 most impactful players on Nebraska's roster entering into the first game of the season. We're in the top 10 this week. Kind of crazy. Number 7 today, Quentin Newsom. Almost to the top 5. Here's the cool thing. You go click on that story, you can go back through a collection and see all the way 50 through number 7, and then we'll culminate it next week with number 1. Always a fascinating thing to see who our people think are the 5 most impactful players for Nebraska entering this crucial season. All right, coming up for you rest of the week. Tomorrow, Thursday, I think, if I read my calendar correctly, we're going to be back over at practice for post-practice interviews. We're going to get Bill Bush. You ever heard some Bill Bush interviews? He's entertaining, I promise you. So we're going to hear more about these vicious special teams practice segments and hopefully get a little more insight into how they're looking. Maybe get some insights into the kicking game. I know we all would like to know a few answers there, right? All right, Friday, the big man himself, Scott Frost, going to talk to us after practice. We'll get his impressions of the first few weeks of Husker fall camp. I'm sure that will be fascinating. Okay, a lot more stuff coming up this weekend, but right now let's get it rolling. Get through your Wednesday, my friends. We're that much closer to the weekend. Keep it real, GBR Nation, and remember, we're all just going this way.